Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Lord of Merchants. So we're going to be doing the weekly analysis, the weekly outlook, what you expect during the week on currency pairs. So the first currency pair that we start with is GBPUSD. So when you so we start with weekly time frame. So what do we see on weekly time frame on GBPUSD? So on weekly time frame, I can see two things here. So the first thing is this weekly fair value gap that price is currently reacting from. I like to call this a fair value gap, an ICT fair value gap. So price is rebalanced. The price was in a hurry to deliver liquidity on this sell side here. You see this? So this was sell side liquidity. So once price came and delivered this sell side liquidity here, it left behind inefficiencies, which is this fair value gap. So once the price came back to fill the inefficiency or the fair value gap on weekly, we expected resistance from this level. So that's why we are having this rejection this week that is currently reacting from here. So we are targeting sell side liquidity. So that is it. So we're going to mark the weekly high, previous week high, previous week low, previous week high. You see, these are liquidity levels. This is GBP USD, previous week low. So we just expect the price to come and take out these sell side liquidities that are here, or the one that was taken out. So if we drop down to daily time frame, what can we see? Um, I think I had shown this on my stream and it's still in play. When you look here clearly, what do you see? You see, if I measure this swing high and this swing low over here, so on daily time frame around the equilibrium level is where you're finding there. You see the weekly fair value gap is coupled to the, let me remove this, around the 0.5 of or the equilibrium area is where we are having this inverse fair value gap. You see this one, this is a daily IFVG. This was the previous area of support that price violated once price closed below here. So we expected once the price comes back to the to the to the to the inverse fair value gap, you're going to have resistance, and that is what is currently happening. So if we look at this, we are having a very strong reaction from that area. So we are still targeting this sell side liquidity over here, maybe the previous week low and even the sell side liquidity that was here. So if we check there's a serious, you see the body tells the story and the candle close bearish, so we expect a still a bearish momentum on GBP come on Monday. If we drop down to 4 hours time frame, what do we see? So now here it's a bit tricky because unfilled fair value gaps are normally targets, you see. So we are having a lot of them over here. I think I'll maintain a bearish momentum, or maybe what can happen, let me see if it's practically possible. If I measure this candle on this one here, maybe around the 0.5 level of Friday's candle over here, let me mark it. Okay, so maybe if I look at equilibrium of Y candle, Y candle is Friday's candle. So Monday is going to be Z. So around the equilibrium level, if I drop down to 4 hours time frame, there is this. What do you see here? So we can have a serious pullback up to here or around this area that we are having this breaker. You see, this was an order block, the last down close candles before an aggressive buy that took out liquidity. So this qualifies to be an order block because the buy side liquidity was taken out. So initially price was supposed to give us support if it came here. It was supposed to give us support, but unfortunately the price came and closed below over here. So this was a serious displacement, and what we are having here is a breaker block. So you might have a rebalance. The price might seek to rebalance around the equilibrium of Friday's candle, which is coupled to this breaker block on 4 hours. H4, yeah, it's a H4 breaker. H4 breaker. So the best you can do is just wait, see if price comes back here to this area, and then maybe goes below. Let me just use this. What do I expect? Can use this path. Maybe price can come here and maybe go down. I think that's just what you can wait. Maybe, yeah, you can just wait and see if it attacks the sell side liquidity like that. So that is it on GBPUSD. I can't go below 4 hours time frame, but you just have to wait and see if what happens, because price has to fill this imbalance, and these unfilled fair value gaps sometimes are targets. So that is it for GBPUSD. I think I can check Euro USD. Okay, so I'll use the on. So on Friday we said two things. So before we get to what we said on Friday, so what you do normally when you come to when you come to this level, what do you see? On weekly time frame, we are having what we call internal range to external range liquidity. There's a fair value gap over here. You see this weekly fair value gap. Price actually came and filled the fair value gap, and it's targeting the external range over here. This is on weekly time frame. This is external range liquidity, external range liquidity over there. So this is a fair value gap on weekly fair value gap. So we expect the price to come and attack this external range liquidity. So the previous week low is here, and then we are having also an order block over here, which is currently making price go higher. So if you drop down to daily time frame, what do we see? On daily time frame, it's quite easy. And then daily time frame, what do I see? Actually, there's nothing. There's nothing on daily that really. There's nothing much on daily apart from these around the weekly. On daily, what do I see on daily? So I think it's bullish because price took out the low and closed inside with the body. So it's still bullish. There's nothing much on daily. But when I go to 4 hours time frame, there's a narrative that is here. So you can see there was some sell side liquidity that was here on 4 hours. That I think I called price here. We had some sell side liquidity that was down here, that was around the fair value gap, that an area of an inefficiency. This is a fair value gap on 4 hours time frame. So H4 fair value gap, that is it. So the price is filling this imbalance, and the price has filled the imbalance, and it has cleared the low, the sell side liquidity that was inside the fair value gap. So what do I expect? I expect the price to keep targeting the external range, which is still these highs over here. Yeah, this is buy side liquidity. Price can come for this liquidity as we called price on Friday. So if I drop down to maybe 1 hour time frame, maybe there is a shift in market structure. There is none still. It hasn't happened. But what we are having here is what I like calling advanced market structure shift. On 1 hour time frame, price has not shifted bullish, but there's something that there was a fair value gap here on 4 hours. You see this one here. Price came the first time, it filled the fair value gap, the area of resistance, and then it reacted in bearish. And then what happened later? Later on, price came and closed above with the body. That means the price has shifted. So this becomes an inversion fair value gap. So we expect the price maybe to come down here and then continue going up like that. So that is it. So I just maintain a bullish price action like that maybe, and then price can come up. Yeah. So We just keep waiting and see what happens, because this is also an order block that has been mitigated, and price is currently reacting from this order block. The last sell, the last buy candles before an aggressive sell that took out liquidity is an order block that is unmitigated. So price will obviously come down, and then maybe in New York or another time we can look for longs. So I'm going to check which pair can I check. If I for gold, I'll do it separately. So I want to check um, mhm, GBP, JPY. Okay, wow, the price action of this one is quite different, but I can do something maybe. So if I check on weekly time frame, what do I see? So on weekly time frame, it's quite you see price took out this huge buy side liquidity over here. You can see very well. This is what happened. This buy side liquidity was inside this an area of an inefficiency. This is a weekly fair value gap over here. You can see it. So price actually filled a weekly fair value gap and swept liquidity inside it. You see it? This fair value gap on weekly price took out the buy side liquidity that was here. Buy side liquidity, can have that one there. So that explains why we are having on Friday. That explains why the last week we were selling. If I go on daily time frame, what can I see? On daily time frame, I can remove these drawings over here. I'll just keep them for the time being. So there has been a bit of consolidation over here, because price was from this another fair value gap, still delivered, did a stop hunt above. You can see. So this was the initial weekly high. So after price took out the high, it came, filled this area of an inefficiency, and then we can still see the thing, the internal range to external range play out. A fair value gap still targeted the high after it took out the high, and then there's been a bit of consolidation over here. So I think it's best to just wait and see what price does, but I'm guessing the price should still continue lower. So that is it. 4 hours. I don't know if you know there's anything clear. I think GBP JPY is quite consolidating for some time. So the best thing you can do is just wait. Yeah, I think that is it. Um, thank you for watching this.